Hello everyone, I'm FMZ and this is episode 41 of An Englishman Abroad, a Journeyman Story. We've got 6 more results to come for you today, as well as the first knockout round draw for the Champions League. Let's get to it. Run the intro. So first up, we begin with the Champions League draw, and it's a peach of a tie for us in the first knockout round. Borussia Dortmund awaits. It wasn't ideally the one we wanted, but then again, you can never have an easy opponent really in the first knockout round. So it's a trip to Dortmund first, and then they come to the Allianz Stadium in the second leg. And here is the rest of the first knockout round draw. So looking out for our Italian friends, so Inter at home to Arsenal, and that's it for Italy. They were the only two sides that got through. Barcelona are off to Benfica, Real Madrid are off to Shakhtar, Atletico Madrid play Manchester City, Manchester United against Porto, Lyon against Liverpool, Leverkusen against PSG. Now you can see what I mean about opponents that we would have liked to have faced other than Dortmund. Probably Leverkusen, may well Benfica as well as Lyon. So we've not lucked out when we've drawn Dortmund, but it certainly could have been easier than it ended up. Now it's time to round up the goals from the game. Now I mentioned at the end of the last episode that we hadn't conceded a goal in 2 months. Well, we did. Sampdoria scored it. Let's take a look at their goal as well as the goal from Keane in this game. And we start with Moses Keane's goal on 14 minutes. Good cross from Cancelo, off the bar and in at the second attempt for 1-0. Sampdoria equalised on 25 minutes. Long ball over the top. I'm very disappointed about that. Guzman in behind, rounded Chesney to slam it into the net for the equaliser, and that is how it stayed. Like buses, we conceded one and we conceded another one against Roma, as that ended a draw as well. Let's take a look at the goals from the game. Cristiano Ronaldo gave us the lead from the penalty spot, a slammed ball into the net for number 1. And the equaliser coming in the 50th minute. Malcolm with the ball out to El Shaarawy, who crossed it back into the middle for Marino to equalise for Roma. Lots of goals in this next one as we beat Young Boys by 4-3. Now, Young Boys needed a win to go through, so they went at it pretty hard. But alas, we pipped them right at the end. As it turned out, Atletico Madrid won anyway, so it didn't really matter. So let's take a look at all the goals from this one. And it started early. Mansilla with the first goal for the Young Boys. So with the ball through, and then Mansilla gets the touch and slams it into the net. We did equalise on 33 minutes. Vargas with the ball on the left hand side, played it across to the edge of the box where Berdanuschi fired it in for the equaliser. The Young Boys were not done in the first half. Asele with the run through, a great run through before he slammed it towards goal. Perrin with the save, and then Perrin just turned it into his net for 2-1. Then we equalised just after half time. Chavone with the ball through to Keane. No, I've said that wrong, but never mind. For 2-2. Didn't last long. Young Boys went in front. Kappa with the corner. Before Asele with the shot for 3-2. Here comes the equaliser. Ben Chilwell with the cross into the box. Caused absolute chaos. Keane played it back to Berdanuschi for 3-3. Before we won it in the 89th minute. Vargas with the free kick, Berdanuschi with a shot, but Chavone with the winner. We scored 4 in our next game as well against Spezia. Let's take a look at the goals from the game. It was us firing early this time. Great breakout. Ronaldo played it to Berdanuschi. There you can see Vargas on the far of your screen. He gets the ball and slams it into the net for 1-0. Great counter-attacking goal. Berdanuschi made it 2-0 on 11 minutes. Ben Chilwell picks up the ball on the left-hand side and plays it towards that far post where Berdanuschi takes a touch, slams it in the net. Goalie should probably do a little bit better. He made it 3-0 just after half-time with a great free kick. Nothing the goalie could do about that. And then we made it 4 in the 74th minute with an own goal, with Kjaer playing the ball into the middle and deflecting off the defender and going into his own net. Just the 2 in the first round of the Coppa Italia against Brescia. Let's take a look at the goals from the game. Harry Wilson opened the scoring for us. We nearly got hit on the counter from a corner. Ramsey played it into Wilson, who turned and shot spectacularly into the net. And then we wrapped it up with 6 minutes to play. Wilson with the ball into Benacer, who fired in from the edge of the box as we safely secured our passage to the next round of the Coppa Italia. And last time out, it was a 3-0 win against Chievo. Let's take a look at the goals from the game. Vargas with the opening goal on 32 minutes. Good play around the halfway line. Vargas with the run and the shot into the bottom corner for 1-0 to break the deadlock. We doubled the lead just before the hour. Pranic with a good free kick. An excellent one indeed for 2-0. And then we wrapped it up in the 92nd minute. Arthur back from injury, thankfully, into Ranchia, onto Keane, who's fired it in to the net for 3-0. And that was a win over Chievo. So, competitions time, and despite only winning in the first round of the Coppa Italia, we're through to the quarterfinals of it, where we'll play Roma. Not quite sure how that worked. As I've already mentioned, there is that tie with Borussia Dortmund in the first knockout round of the Champions League. Hopefully we can get through that. In Serie A, it is as you were. The 10-point gap has been maintained, but it's Udinese that lead the chase now, ahead of Inter. Milan are up there as well. Napoli are moving slowly up the table themselves. Lazio and Roma are also making their way into the top 10. Fiorentina, the only one of the regulars that are outside of that at the moment. Down at the bottom, because we like to go to the bottom of the table. So Salernitana are still bottom on 9 points. Calgary are on 11, and Genoa just about complete the bottom 3. Just time to take a trip to casualty before we go. We've got a few injuries. So Arthur, as I mentioned in the video, has come back from injury. He's been out for 6 weeks or so. So glad to have him back. But we have lost Matthias Vargas only for a week or so. But he has picked up a knock. Camacho is out with abdominal strain. He's out for up to 10 days. The big one at the moment is Wojciech Szczesny. He's out for up to 2 weeks and has been out since the 1st of December. So he's been out for a little while now. Perrin has replaced him in goal, but it may be something we look at in January because I've not been totally enamoured with his performances. And that's what we look to next. Now, I'm targeting an attacking midfield player and a goalie in January. Those are our 2 signings that we need to make. I have got names in mind. They're probably going to cost us an awful lot of money to do, particularly the attacking midfielder one. But I'm thinking if we get that sorted now, then we can look potentially in the summer. It will be just a striker we need and possibly another centre half when Otamendi goes back to Manchester City, unless we decide to do something with that. But we'll think about that. We've got time for that one. The summer is a long way away, but January is fast approaching. So hopefully in the next episode you will see who we bought in the January window. If not, it will certainly be the episode after that. Speaking of which, if you've enjoyed today's video, please leave a like. If you haven't subscribed to the channel and would like to do so, please click the subscribe button down in the corner. That was episode 41 of An Englishman Abroad, a Journeyman Story. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.